welcome to a blast from the past Total Soccer show. I am Daryl Grove. Joining me as usual, it's Taylor Rockwell.
Hello.
Hello. And joining us for the first time since, I believe, 2014, it's Laura Coutts. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thanks, guys.
It's exciting.
It is.
So, yeah, the last time you were on the show...
Daryl sounds so excited.
I sound excited.
And Laura sounds completely not excited.
Yep, it is exciting.
For everyone except you?
Yes.
Come on, you want to be here, right?
Yes, it's great to see you guys. I was coming in town and I said, hi, would you like to do a wiki game for old time's sake?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, we don't have to plan an episode? Perfect.
So, Laura, long-time listeners will know exactly who you are. New-time listeners will not be so sure, right?
You froze there for a second.
So I don't actually know the dates, but I feel like you would know better than me, you being you. I believe you were on the show from like 2012 to 2014.
That sounds about right. Yes. So I left Richmond in May of 2014 to go to Charlottesville for grad school. I filled in when Taylor was in Turkey and old co-host Albert, I think, went to grad school.
Yeah.
So when he left to go to Charlottesville, I kind of started filling in because I had played with you all in our rec league.
Yeah. Essentially, UVA had a campaign to ruin the Total Soccer show. It just kept taking hosts from us. And then you moved to New Orleans.
I did, a year ago.
And now you're back to visit. And the proposal was Wikipedia game and maybe some Tiki, Taka trivia. Should we set these things up for people who don't know what they are?
We can, but first I have to ask. So how long have you been in that city that Daryl just said?
New Orleans.
Yes. And well, my question is, have you reached the point where it causes you physical pain to hear someone say New Orleans?
No.
So you're not at like Nolans yet?
No one says Nolans.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Okay.
So but people do say, so there's a few different pronunciations depending on where in the city you're from. There's New Orleans, and then there's New Orleans. It's Orleans Parish. It's very confusing. I
know Orleans Parish because I know Orleans Parish Prison. It's a lovely place.
Are you intimately familiar with that place, Taylor?
I think my brother was there briefly.
Oh, no.
That's a story for another day. Yes.
Excellent. So New Orleans, don't say Nolans.
Okay.
Yeah. It sounds pretentious, right? It sounds like you're trying too hard.
People do say Nola,
That's why I look at American city names, I just say them the way I'm guessing they should be said.
So then
like a good Brit would.
Here's my next question then. So there's a certain bar in our fair Richmond that has a certain name. Do you scoff when you drive past that bar?
No, they don't know any better. It's fine.
All right. Anyway, Mr. Grove.
We won't name that bar, but it's pretty easy to figure out what you mean.
I think so.
All right, we're going to play some Wikipedia game. Laura is going to be hosting. Laura, would you like to explain the rules of the Wikipedia game?
I would say traditionally I was always very rambly when I tried to describe the rules. So, Daryl, you always did a much better job. Well, I can describe the rules of Tiki Taka trivia, but if you could describe Wiki game.
It's a deal. All right, so Wikipedia game is, to quote Marlon Frisbee, remember Marlon Frisbee said this? It's a soccer trivia showdown. So Laura has the Wikipedia pages of mystery players in front of her. She's going to read out some clues from that player's page. Taylor and I will compete to name the player, and we'll be asking for a certain number of clubs, right? We'll say, I can name him in 5 of the teams he played for, and we'll bid against each other. And Laura will have to tell us the teams, and then we'll have to try and guess it.
And new listeners, worth noting that this is why Laura is wonderful, because Laura just straight up says, you're probably better at saying this. If you go back and listen, I think, yet to ever explain the rules to the Wikipedia game. I've intentionally avoided it since its inception, because you're so good at it, but also, I feel like I probably couldn't do it even now. So well done, Laura, and well done, Daryl, for explaining it succinctly.
Passing the buck.
Shall we get to it?
Yes. All right, gents. This first player has 8 teams, no repeats. And for context, 8 teams means 8 club teams that they have played for, as listed on their Wikipedia page. Repeats are if they were loaned out for the team. It's been listed twice on their Wiki page. So this player, 8 teams, no repeats, 55 caps, and 11 goals for his national team. This CONCACAF player was loaned out again from his Premier League team this summer. He's technically been with this team since 2011, but he was loaned out to 3 teams in 3 different countries in his first 3 seasons with this Premier League team. He only has 23 appearances with his official club. Leading up to the 2014 World Cup, he took a dive. Matt Beasler was yellow carded and suspended, and this player faced disciplinary action by FIFA after the game because his dive was so terrible.
I feel like I should know this.
Me too. And I feel like I don't.
Okay. He has reached the quarterfinals of a World Cup.
That's helpful. Taylor and I, for people who can't see us, which I guess is everybody not in this room, Taylor and I are frantically scribbling down these clues on pieces of paper.
So I'll review again. And I didn't give context. I did one category for today, and these are all players who have been moved either in or out of a Premier League team this summer. So these are transfers.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So this is a CONCACAF player. He's been loaned out a bunch from his technical team. He, leading up to the 2014 World Cup, took a bad dive, and he has reached the quarterfinals of a World Cup. Any other?
Who is starting here, the bidding?
Taylor, since you have to do recording today, you get to go first.
All right. Daryl Grove. I feel like you may have figured it out by now. I think I figured it out.
What makes you say that?
I'm going to say -2.
What?
Okay, for context, -2 means Taylor can name the player as well as 2 of the teams that this player has played for.
I mean, it's normally a deep, deep dive. You've gone straight in the deep end.
Because I don't trust you.
I'm going to jump in with you. I'm going to say -3.
I thought you would, and here's the reason
I'm
why.
also a foolish gambler. So
I can't remember.
there's that.
I cannot remember where he's been loaned this season, and that's my question: is if you can, and I don't think you can. So I'm going to say name that player in 3 clubs.
Is it Brian Ruiz?
No,
It's Joel Campbell, isn't it?
it is Joel Campbell.
Is
Yeah.
it Joel Campbell?
Yes, it is Joel
Yeah.
Campbell. That would be points to Taylor.
Yeah, Joel. I had Arsenal and Olympiacos. Where is he on loan now?
I had Fulham.
I'll go through the whole list.
Okay.
Saprissa, which I believe is a Central American team, Punta
It's
Arenas, Arsenal, and then he's been loaned out from Arsenal since 2011 to Lorient, Betis, Olympiacos, Villarreal, and Sporting.
Sporting
Portugal.
in Portugal?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sporting Club de
I was
Portugal?
like CP.
Yeah.
CP, yeah.
All right.
All right,
So 1-0 to Taylor. How many of these are we doing?
best of 3. So
Ooh,
this
so I'm
is
in trouble.
Yeah, game on the line.
That was preemptive because I thought you had Joel Campbell, and I thought you were going to do -2, and then I would have been in trouble. So usually I would have been a bit more sporting, but in
Okay.
that situation, Sporting.
Sporting
fits.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Hey.
All
All
right.
right. Number 2. This player has 8 teams, 1 repeat. 20.
So one of those teams he played for twice.
Correct. 26 caps and 6 goals for his national team. This player was born in Kinshasa in 1990. His family fled the oppressive regime in 1993 and he moved to Europe. He scored his EPL debut in 2012. So when he started in EPL, he scored in his first game. Although he scored 2 goals in 7 appearances in World Cup qualifying, this player missed the 2014 World Cup with an Achilles injury. So he was big for his team leading up to the 2014 World Cup, but missed the tournament. 2 of his 6 national team goals came against the U.S. in a friendly in May 2013 in Cleveland. This player, I would say just describing him physically, super broad-shouldered, great hold-up play. He's a quintessential center forward.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. Who's going first?
Daryl, you go first on this one.
8 teams, 1 repeat, 26 caps, 6 goals. Scored on his Premier League debut in 2012.
You can read your notes. That's excellent.
Is from Kinshasa.
I appreciate him doing this.
He
It's
was
buying me time.
he was born in Kinshasa,
Okay.
but he moved to Europe.
Okay. And I'm assuming played for a different national team. Is
Correct.
what that means. Okay.
I mean,
I will
yes.
say I need to know 8 teams to name this player.
Okay.
I need to know 7 teams to name this player.
I need to know 6 teams to name this player.
Thinking about it. 5 teams, please.
4 teams.
I'm going to say Daryl Grove named that player.
All right,
Okay.
Dora.
I'm going to give you 4 teams that
Yep.
this is chronologically. So first team that he's played for was Genk,
Mm-hmm.
Standard Liège,
Yeah.
Oh.
Kortrijk. I'm sorry about that one.
How do we spell that?
Kortrijk.
Okay.
And Mechelen, Mechelen.
2012 in the Premier League.
I'll help you real fast. You said these are, because I think you said it quickly, these are all players who've moved in this window, right?
Correct.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll be kind.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is it Christian Benteke?
It is indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Taylor.
You're welcome, buddy.
Broad-shouldered center forward.
I had a feeling you would miss that piece of
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, the good news is that makes it competitive going into the final round.
So I took a sociology class in college that was talking about if you have kids play games, they'll usually change the rules to make it more even amongst everyone playing.
We're both in our 30s, you know that, right?
Age-wise, yes.
If anyone's watched the Fuchi games, they'd be a little confused about that.
If you knew how often I fought invaders in my house, you would know that I'm not 32.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
You and your wife play invaders on a daily basis?
Oh, no, just like, sometimes maybe ninjas are trying to break into my house and I have to stop them. These things might happen. What can I say?
Have you ninja-proofed your new house?
No, I have not. That's a good point. Thank you, Laura, for that.
Can
you ever truly ninja-proof a house?
No.
It's a conversation for another day.
It's
tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, and can you ninja-proof a house?
Why do kids do that?
I think they probably keep playing.
Right.
I assume
that makes sense. Because now we go to the final round.
Because you guys want to keep playing.
Yeah.
All right. This last player, I almost just said his name. 5 teams, 1 repeat. 65 caps and 2 goals for his national team.
Sorry,
5 teams, 1 repeat.
Yep.
65 caps and 2 goals for his national team. This player was born in Wolverhampton, but he doesn't play for England. When he was starting as a professional player, he supported himself by working at a gas station and waiting at tables at Beefeater, which is a pub chain in the UK, I found out. In 2007-2008 season, he helped his team win League One.
The French one or the third-tier English one?
Third-tier English. In April 2009, he scored an own goal in a 2-0 loss to Germany in a World Cup qualifying game. So this is leading up to the 2010 World Cup. He scored an own goal. He scored a huge goal for his national team this summer in Euro 2016. 'Twas a header. He moved from a blue team to another blue team this summer. Taylor, you get to go first for this one.
-2.
Whoa.
He stopped making it even.
-3. I can name the player in 3 teams.
Yeah. I don't know if he played for the club that I think he did. Shoot. I don't... this is tough. This is where it gets difficult. So he has 5 clubs. I am not going to be able to do 4, I don't think. So Daryl Grove, go ahead and tell us the 3 clubs that Ashley Williams played for.
So it's Ashley Williams.
Yeah, that much I knew. He knew that one.
I didn't know that.
Did you really not?
And he's played for Swansea City,
Yes.
Everton,
Yes.
and I don't know where else he's been. But I'm much further along than I thought I would be at this point.
Really? So were you bluffing? How did you not know? We had 2 different conversations this summer about how Ashley Williams was from Wolverhampton and how would it be different if he played for England. Yes.
Oh, I must
as soon as Laura said that, I was like,
quote from Daryl. Did we? We had this conversation.
Well, it was
We
really
had
just
a lot of conversations this summer.
It was really just if you play Wikipedia game enough, the numbers, the caps, and goals really do help. So when you said 65 and 2, I was like either very attack-prone goalkeeper or a defender, and then you said Wolverhampton. I was like, oh, it's Ashley Williams, and I thought you knew that, Daryl Grove.
By the way, Daryl Grove, you've said Everton, Swansea City, and you need to name one of his other 3 teams.
It's 5 teams, 1 repeat.
Correct.
I'm going to take a gamble and say maybe he was loaned to Swansea City at some point.
That is correct.
Nicely done. Nicely done. I'm opening a beer on that.
He was loaned for 3 games. Loaned for 3 games and then transferred there. Excellent.
Well done, sir.
Daryl Grove with the win. You fell into that one.
I did a bit.
Yeah,
right?
okay, great.
It's a metaphor for my whole life.
Did I assist you on both of those?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, Taylor.
One
What's
more
wrong
than
with
the
me?
other.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Are you ready to transfer over to Tiki Taka Trivia?
Yes, please, but can you explain to our listeners exactly what Tiki Taka Trivia is?
So this was a game that I think came up us playing pickup games and learning different languages and learning different words in different soccer languages, which you all talked about earlier last week, I think. And so a little bit of this was picking out words that we think were interesting, and I will let you all pick a language. I'll give you a word. So that's the categories are going to be languages. You guys pick which language you want. I'll give you a word, and I'll tell you a general theme about it. Each one of you a general idea. So the example I gave you all earlier was say the word is nutmeg. I will say this is an action you take on the field. Terrell, just together. You guys will go first. Ask a question, and then you'll guess what the word means. And then if you're wrong, we'll go to the next one, and I can give another clue.
So you get a question and a guess, then it's the other guy's turn.
You ask a yes or no question, and then you get to guess what that word actually means.
Oh, it's been a long time since we played this.
All right, so the 4 languages I have are Spanish, French, Italian, and German.
All right.
Okay.
You didn't want to stretch that one for yourself? You didn't want to go crazy unpronounceable lange?
I wasn't hoping not to. And to be perfectly honest, these are also the ones that I hear most when I'm playing.
Okay,
that makes sense. Can I ask you one more question before we get going?
Certainly.
What were the other clubs that Ashley Williams played for?
Oh.
Sorry to derail you, but I just realized
I have it up.
And I want to know if I should fully kick myself for this.
Hednexford Town.
Would not have gotten that.
Stockport County.
Okay, cool. All right, no, I feel better then.
I have a question. Where's Joel Campbell gone? Because you said these are all players who've moved in this transfer window.
Sporting.
Has he?
Mm-hmm. Olympiacos, Villarreal, and then Sporting, Portugal.
Yeah, I heard it when you said it. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm shocked because you think Arsenal are kind of short on some attacking talent. You would think he would have been there to start the season.
You would think
after starting many games last
Are
season.
you trying to frustrate Arsenal fans? Because I feel like you're doing a good job unintentionally.
Sorry, guys.
All right, sorry. Thank you, Laura.
No, you're fine. All right. So languages. Taylor.
Yes.
I'm going to say your name properly this time. Spanish, French, Italian, or German. Which language would you like?
Let's go Espanol.
Espanol. Bueno. This first word, volante de contención. VOLANTE-DECONTENCION. This is a person. Taylor?
Volante de contención.
Yes or no question?
Okay. Oh, it's a yes or no question. Thank you. Is this a player that's likely to get a card in a game?
Sure.
Is this a defensive midfielder?
Correct.
There we are.
Is that it?
It's a holding or defensive midfielder, yes.
All right.
I promise that was not because I speak broken Spanish. It was because contención sounded like contentious.
Right.
And I was like, so that seems like a hard tackling, a little bit physical, and volante also sounds a little bit physical.
So that's what it means? It's the contender for the ball?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So it's actually really interesting. If you look at the word volante, it means steering wheel in Spanish, but a volante de contención is a defensive center or mid.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the time where I mentioned that I took 5 years of Latin and Romance languages.
All right,
In that
Daryl,
case, German.
would you like German? Perfect. This word is Einwurf. EINWURF. Pardon me. Einwurf.
Okay.
This is a restart of play.
It's a restart of play.
Correct. So you get to ask me a yes or no question.
Is it a way you restart after a foul?
No.
So my guess is that it is a throw-in.
Correct.
Nice.
Can I give you guys my other clue? Because
Back on the book.
this makes me really happy. You cannot be offsides in this action.
Uh-huh.
There are 4 instances in the game of soccer where you can't be offsides. Can you guys name what they are?
So off a throw-in, off an Einwurf.
Yep.
Goal kick.
Goal kick. You can't be offsides on your own goal kick.
If you're in your own half.
That's not a restart.
It's not
a
a real
restart
thing.
of play where you can't be offsides.
Drop kick?
Kickoff.
Kickoff, you cannot be
Okay.
offside. And no, not drop kick.
Yeah. I don't... Because you can be on a corner, can't you?
No.
No, because the ball's right on the line.
The ball's on the line. It's impossible to be in front of it.
I'm curious to see... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But
Those are the
I was
4.
wondering about that new rule where it's like the defender off the field counts
So-
against you.
Oh, right.
But what if the ball is right at the tip of the arc in the corner?
It's considered end
considered
line.
touching the
Yeah,
line.
so
Okay.
corner kick, goal kick, kickoff, throw in. You can't be
We
offside.
need referee Scott Zawatsky because I do think that's changed. Because there's a thing, I think there's a new rule where an attacker in the goal counts as offside. So if Daryl runs through and the ball doesn't come and then he's standing in the goal, but you interfere in some way, I think you can be offside. So I'm fascinated by this now because
if you look at the laws of the game, they don't mention anything about a kickoff in offside, but that's just practical.
Yeah, totally.
And I don't know about whether the
Yeah, me
corner
neither.
is
I
in
don't
the
either.
laws of the game.
Yeah.
We'll tweet.
Yeah.
We'll tweet Scott about
All I
that.
know is you can't be offside from an Einwurf.
Einwurf, excellent. All right, it's 1-1. We've got 2 languages left. We're gonna have to pick one for the tiebreaker. Taylor, would you like French or Italian?
I'll go Italian, please.
Okay.
Take your pick from Romance languages.
It's not like I'm a Latin scholar.
Il calcio di rigore. IL, Calcio Dirigore.
Il calcio di rigore.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I have to give you a clue. This is a dead ball situation.
Does this relate to the type of dead ball situation it is?
Yes.
Is it a direct free kick?
No.
Okay.
Is it a type of free kick?
Yes.
Is it, I can't remember which one Taylor said. Is it an indirect free kick?
No.
So does this mean now?
So this is, I'll give you another clue. Mm-hmm. So this is a rare action on the field. Doesn't happen very often in games.
Is this?
You get a yes or no question first if you'd like.
Oh, do I? Or,
You still get a yes or no question.
Okay. Is this? How do I say this in the most general way possible? I guess is this a drop ball?
No.
Okay. I was just like, the question I'm going to ask is going to inform whether or not I say drop ball, so it doesn't really matter. I believe it's your turn, Mr. Grove.
You could have asked if two players have a chance of getting
right, but if you said no, then I would have been like, I got nothing.
Then you get a guess at something else.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I'm all right with it.
But we're back
you
to
get
me?
a yes or no question, yeah. It's a dead ball situation that's rare.
Is it taken from 12 yards away?
Yes.
Is it a penalty kick?
It is correct.
Rigore.
Uh-huh.
So, calcio di rigore.
Yeah. Calcio means kick, I know.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. And so it's a penalty kick. That's what it means.
That's why I went indirect and drop ball. I didn't know rigore.
So I wanted to add something else fun at the end because part of this was like an educational piece for
fun?
us. Well, it was. But I realized, too, that there are words in English that are confusing to people. And so I'm going to quiz you guys on 3 instances of an English word and how you use it. You guys know this.
Surprise segment on the show.
Yes.
All right.
So this is learn a soccer phrase.
Okay.
The word is dummy.
Okay.
So verb.
It's George's podcast.
A verb, Taylor frequently dummies the ball. So how can you guys describe what that actually means? What would that look like if Taylor dummies the ball?
I would say it's you feint as though you are going to make contact with the ball or intercept the ball, but then you allow the ball to continue in its travels. That's the way I'm going to put it, yeah.
In its path, sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the verb version of dummy in soccer.
Yeah.
There's an adjective. So, Daryl, that's a great dummy run.
Uh-huh.
What's a dummy run?
It's when you make a run as if you're going to receive the ball, but you actually know the ball is going to one of your teammates.
Exactly. So you're like drawing a defender out of position.
Kind of like Jordan Morris kind of did for Clint Dempsey last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
A good dummy run. Mm-hmm. And the third one, the ref is such a dummy.
We never say that.
I'm really glad that you had one of those because I was trying to think of a joke, and I think the only one I could come up with is controversial. And I'm going to leave it at that.
So, dummy. Use 3 ways on the soccer field.
Laura made the other midfielder look like a dummy. Yes. There we go.
There you go. I had this conversation with myself yesterday about can you use all 3 forms of there in a sentence? And it's actually easier than you think.
Yeah, you can if
you're a dork. Yeah, you can. Anyway, continue. Sorry, Laura.
That was it. That's dummy in 3 ways. So that's learn a soccer phrase.
All right.
Because I realized, too, listening recently, that if you have people who are new to soccer learning those phrases, it's good to be able to use those in context.
There we go. Well, thank you for doing that.
That's my little educational corner.
Yeah. And thank you for coming all the way to Richmond to be part of this show. I guess
I was here for other things, but this is just a plus one.
No.
What? Yeah.
Just
I was led to believe that you came all the way here just to do some trivia games, and then you were immediately flying back.
How come we paid for your flight?
I'll give you guys the receipts. I'll have my people talk to your people.
Oh, Laura, thank you for coming into studio and for hosting those games. Taylor, thank you for being a too kind competitor.
My pleasure, my friend. My pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. Listeners, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed these trivia games, we will hopefully do it again sometime soon. Let us know. If you didn't enjoy it, maybe don't let us know. That's fine. On behalf of Taylor, Laura, and myself,
I feel like one is more likely than the other, and it's not the sequence that you
don't like it,
described.
shut up.
Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you again very soon. You gotta slice it.